Hello everyone, welcome to Crunch Sports. We are back with another. This time it's the review. It's the weekly review. Santosh is here with us. Hello, hi Santosh.
Hello, Samuel. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine, and IPL is going pretty well, I think. So we are
Yeah.
having that some sort of entertainment in the evening, and sometimes in
Mm,
uh,
the afternoon as well.
as well. So yeah, today we'll be doing the weekly review. So first of all, we'll have the three top batting performances. And to start off with is Faf du Plessis against KKR. Um, he scored 95 runs in 60 balls and with a strike rate of 158.33 and scoring four sixes and nine fours. So Santosh, what do you have to say about that?
No doubt it was a great innings by Duplessis. I mean, people have criticized him for not able to score 100 after batting 20 overs. But I think he understood his role pretty well, and he is not a batsman who goes all out. I mean,
Yes.
he knows where to accelerate and where to slow down and anchor the innings if needed. So I think yeah, and then his momentum broke. That's what I feel when Dhoni came in and then Jadeja came in to pass the strike. Um, so I think he wasn't able to, carry the same form he had.
Yes.
But he played very well. There's no doubt about that. Is one of the reasons why CSK won that match. He didn't waste that many balls. He had the intent from the beginning. So yeah, it's a great innings. What do you think? What do you
Yeah,
think of
I
it?
mean, it was a great performance by him, and scoring 95 runs is not easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty. He anchors the innings for CSK, so it's good. He's the kind of a player who can accelerate in the end, and that's what he showed. That's what he did.
Mm,
He built his innings.
mm,
So yeah, next up we have Padikkal against RR, scoring a humongous 101 in 52 balls and with a strike rate of 194. So that's a huge plus point, I think. And he had six sixes in his innings with 11 fours as well. So what do you have to say, Santosh?
I'm out of words. I mean, the innings was beautiful. I mean, he didn't even give one chance to the opponent to get onto him.
Yes.
There was like no edges, almost no edges, and almost no chances for the opponent to get him out. It was a very clean innings, and then he knew what he was doing. It was very important, and was timing the ball very well. And let's not forget that he had extra content because he a positive
Yes.
for for a while. So he had like almost no practice when he came to join the RCB camp, but now he's proven his worth, and I think he'll be a great asset this season for RCB, like last
Yeah,
season.
an absolutely wonderful innings by this young man. He's 20 years old, I think, and he's scoring hundreds now only. So yeah, that's speaks for itself. So let's get on to the next one. Next up is Andre Russell. His innings came against CSK. Don't forget that. 54 runs of 22 balls. Very, very fighting innings, you can say, and with a strike rate of 245. When your team was 5 wickets down, you come in and do this. That's very, very, very helpful for your team. So unfortunately, they didn't win the match, but he won our hearts. So Santosh, what do you have to say?
Yeah, it was a great innings by Russell. No doubt about that. He stood there fighting. They lost 5 wickets, yes, but he came there, and then from the first ball itself, he showed intent. He just smashed every ball for sixes or fours. There was rarely dot balls which he gave to CSK. And for CSK fans, he gave us a scare. I thought he'd carry on. If he had carried on, then KK would have won the match for sure. But Sam Curran did well. He held his nerve and got him out. People say it's fluke or not fluke, but he got him out at the end of the day. So yeah, it still matters, but great innings by Russell.
Yeah, great innings by him, and I think that was very tricky by Sam Curran. What he did, he had to bowl outside the
Yeah,
off stump, and then yeah, it was very tricky by him.
they were on his
And
pads.
Yeah, see, this is where Russell is very, dangerous when he has got nothing to lose. He comes in and does this, and
Exactly.
that's what he's given. That's what he's paid for. So, yeah, that's a very good inning. So next up, we will be doing the top three bowling performances, and first one we have is Deepak Chahar against KKR. He took four in his 4 overs quota. He gave only 29 runs and takes 4 wickets. Absolutely, I don't know. He ran a havoc there. So taking 4 crucial wickets in the power play, that's a big thing. That's a very big thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, Santosh, what do you have to say about our swing king?
I mean, I wish he continues the same form for the rest of the season. So he's been bowling brilliantly, and then his lines and lengths have been, beautiful. But if the ball swings for him, he's even more lethal. So and in that match, the ball swung for him, and so I think he gave his best that match. If not for him, I don't think CSK would have won that match because we saw what Russell did after that, and Cummins did that after that. And the main reason KK lost the match was because they lost wickets in the upfront.
Yes.
So I think that's where he played a very crucial role, and yeah, it was a great bowling effort from him.
Yeah, it's like taking 4 wickets in the power play, that's a big thing. And we saw KKR couldn't swing the ball in the first half of the innings. I
Yeah,
think what they did wrong was they got in a spinner in the first 6 overs. So
yeah,
that takes out the chance of, swinging the ball. Because the ball swings only for like 2 to 3 overs in the starting.
two,
And
three
that's
overs. Yeah,
where he was very effective and he got the wickets. So yeah, a very
yeah,
effective inning. So next
yeah,
up we have Mohammad Siraj's quota of overs against RR Rajasthan Royals. So yeah, he gave only 27 runs and got 3 wickets with an economy of 6.8. This is Siraj 2.0, I feel, and Santosh. Yeah,
yeah. As you mentioned, massive improvement from last. Well, last year he did pretty well,
yeah,
but the year before that, in 2018, I guess he was being criticized for giving a lot of runs and not picking up enough wickets. But we have to also consider where he plays. He plays at Chinnaswamy, where runs is everything. I mean, matches being played there, sixes are like it's a common thing.
yes,
So yeah, I think it was a bit harsh on him, but now he has come back. He's improved a lot, especially after the Australia series. I mean, he led the attack after only playing 2 tests before that. So he played beautifully, and now he is carrying that form into the IPL. And then it's a great plus for RCB now that he's doing well, and Harshal Patel with him. So I think the bowling looks sorted. So yeah, that's a great asset for RCB. What do you think? How do you think he's improved?
I think he has improved a lot. I mean, taking 3 wickets and giving only 27 runs, that is not what we expect from the past Siraj. Like you said, in 2018-19, he used to come in and he used to lose the match for RCB. Even if they score 200, we would think that no, RCB is going to lose. But I think RCB, I think Siraj bowling is a very, very huge plus point for RCB. That's why they are improved
Yeah,
this season and they have won 4 out of 4 games. So yeah, so
yeah,
next up we have our Mishi Bhai. He took uh, against MI his performance against MI. So he took 4 wickets and gave only 24 runs with an economy of 6. Oh, that was, I don't know what to say. It was a phenomenal, bowling performance from him. Santosh.
yeah. I mean, he just stopped the flow of runs. I mean, Rohit Sharma was looking great in the first 6 overs.
Yes.
They scored 50 odd of the first overs, right? Yeah, they had a good power play, MI. But after that, Mishra came on. He just stopped the flow of runs, and he picked up 4 wickets. The middle order of MI went to Mishra. So that's how beautifully he has bowled. I think we have looked over his performance. He's the second highest wicket taker in IPL, I guess.
Yes. Yes.
So that's a great stat to achieve. And we haven't celebrated him as enough as we've done the other bowlers. But yeah, he's a great bowler. he may be aged now, but I think he has been a great asset for MI. And I know and when they
DC.
played in Chennai also, they're doing very well.
Yeah.
So it's a good addition for them. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's an underrated spinner, I feel. He comes in and he gives you the breakthroughs that you want. And look at the wickets he took: Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan, then Hardik Pandya and Pollard. So that, like, he completely
Yeah.
destroyed their middle order, as you said. And taking out Rohit Sharma, who was looking very good, he was going good. So that was very plus point for DC, and that's why they could stop them at 136 only. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think top bowling performance. So if I have to give someone the best bowling performance from this week, I would give it to him, because stopping MI is a
Yeah.
very huge task. Stopping their batting unit is a very huge task. Yeah. So
Especially the middle order.
yes,
It's a
middle order,
big middle order.
and they haven't performed. So yeah. So next up, we will be talking about the top 3 game changers of the match, of their particular matches. So first up, we have Glenn Maxwell against KKR, scoring 79 runs in 49 balls and with a strike rate of 159. And don't forget that reverse-handed 6. So in Chennai, so that was very, a great treat to watch. So yeah, Santosh, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, they scored 204 in Chennai.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's not easy to do. And I don't think Maxwell is the game changer. It's the season changer for RCB. And everyone usually asks, RCB supporters, okay, you have ABD and Virat. Who else do you have so that you can show up? But then now this time Maxwell has been the answer. He has changed the fortunes of RCB and himself also, because in Kings 11 he hadn't hit a 6 last time, and he only got 104 runs or something last season. So I think it's been a great asset for RCB. Just like Mohammad Siraj has improved and Harshal Patel has improved, even the span has turned up and improved. So yeah, that's why the season is going so well.
Yeah, I feel like his performance is, playing in the middle overs so fast, like with a strike rate of 159. That's a huge plus point for RCB, because usually teams don't get runs in Chennai in the middle overs, and he has done that for them, and that's why, as you said, he has been the season changer for them. So yeah, and
Yeah.
the only season which he has performed well, I remember, is the 2014 season, if I'm not wrong. Punjab got into finals, but
Yeah.
yeah, then
Fine,
again, after that, he didn't look a very the player he is, the way he performs in international. So yeah, I think it's a huge plus point for RCB, and he's a season changer for them. So next up is the most expensive player in the auction, 16.25 crores. Chris Morris, his performance against KKR, again, KKR, I don't know what is happening. Everyone is performing very well against them. So 4 overs and 23 runs, and he took 4 wickets. I think he didn't give any runs in the death, so that was a huge plus point for Rajasthan Royals. They came back with a win. So yeah, Santosh, how big of an asset do you rate Chris Morris is for Rajasthan Royals?
Yeah. So yeah, as you mentioned, 16.25 crores. In the during the auction, we all asked why 16.25 crores. It seems too much for a player like Morris, but now he's answering us. I think he is proving his worth. Uh, it's a pressure on him, no doubt, the price tag. But now he's standing up. He bowled only one over up front, and then 3 in the death. In
Yes.
that he picked Russell, Karthik, and 2 other players. So I mean, if you pick Russell in the death, you've done a great job, because you've
Yeah.
saved at least 30 to 40 runs, which should have added on after that. So I think he's doing great, and he has already won 2 matches for RR in my opinion, against KKR and the one against Delhi, where he played a good innings. So I think he's proving his worth, and yeah, no doubt about that. He's a big asset for RR this year. What do you think?
Like he said, he's getting paid for slogging. There wasn't much slogging required here, but I think he had a great, tremendous performance with the ball. So he's proving his worth, like you said. But Rajasthan has a lot of issues to solve, and if they can perform like this again, I feel like they might have a good campaign at the end of the day. So yeah, next up we are moving ahead with the last game changer of the match. Unfortunately, again, he didn't win the game for his particular team. His name is Pat Cummins, another very expensive player in the auction. I mean, last year's auction, but yeah, he's pretty expensive as well. Scoring 30 runs of Sam Curran in that over. So that was, I don't know, Santosh.
Yeah, he left us speechless again. I mean, we all know he can hit the ball, but scoring 30 of Sam Curran's over, that was not expected of him for sure. He again gave us a scare during the CSK fans, during CSK Zara game. But I think even in the last over, if he had faced the rest 5 deliveries, we won't know what would have happened. So yeah, he did a great deal with the bat. But if he could have contained, with some amount with the ball, I think they would have won the match. That's what he said himself during the post-match, presentation. But yeah, but he's proving his worth. He can also bat now, so that's a good addition for KKR.
Yeah, and you see, if KKR, they might have had 2 or 3 more wickets in hand, I think they would have taken the game away from CSK because of the kind of the form these 3 batsmen actually. Karthik as well, scoring 40 of 23 balls, and Pat Cummins. So I think they would have taken the game away if Deepak Chahar hadn't performed that really well in the power play. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you Santosh for coming. Thank you everyone for watching the video, and keep watching Crunch Sports, I think, and stay safe and stay happy, and make sure you like the video and share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon, and stay safe, stay happy. Thank you. Bye bye.